We've seen a change in the attitude of the US envoy to Lebanon, who warned in a conference recently that Hezbollah terrorists were still ensconcing themselves in southern Lebanon. They were still in possession of far too many of their arms. And that was actually something that contradicted the tone of optimism that was coming out of Washington, D.C. If you remember, just a few weeks ago, there were many people talking about the possibility of normalization with Lebanon, even Lebanon joining the Abraham Accords. So if you cast your minds back to when Lebanon, or Hezbollah rather, decided to join the fray in the immediate aftermath of the October 7th attack in 2023, Israel always stated that Hezbollah terrorists would have to be completely removed from the area of southern Lebanon, that southern Lebanon would have to become a demilitarized area, and that there would have to be a demilitarized zone and the enforcement of Resolution 1701. I felt that Israel was right to demand those conditions as a bare minimum for ending the conflict against Hezbollah, and it turned out that actually none of those conditions were met. What actually happened was that after Israel had severely downgraded Hamas operatives inside the Gaza Strip, and after the beeper operation and then the walkie-talkie operations were carried out, Israel turned its full attention towards tackling Hezbollah, severely downgraded them, scored tremendous victories in every single direct altercation that they had against Hezbollah operatives, completely decimated their command and control structure. Prime Minister Netanyahu also launched the targeted elimination of the senior ranks of Hezbollah, including Hassan Nasrallah himself. But there was no implementation of Resolution 1701. There was no demilitarized zone there between northern Israel and southern Lebanon. And what has been left is the need for Israel to continually enforce its own red lines. And I think that it's positive that we continue to do that, but I don't believe that that's a resolution to the challenge that Hezbollah continues to face. Joseph Aoun, the president of Lebanon, needs to be compelled, preferably by the Americans, to deploy all of the capabilities of the Lebanese armed forces to taking Hezbollah on, disarming Hezbollah, and then enforcing the terms of Resolution 1701. It's not a perfect outcome. I believe that's the very bare minimum that Israel is right to expect and to demand. I'm very pleased to see that Israel continues to enforce its own red lines.